Then I came back
Last
out.
time on Mouthfuls
I
and Mic
sigh
Drops.
because I saw the door to the outside. I thought maybe it just led to like the heating pumps or something, and I did not follow it.
Larson, that's why you got to be a little bit nosy.
I got me
Apparently,
there,
it's like
got me
apparently.
there, and I was like, hey, what's this? Because I
Yeah,
was
like what
nosy. I
is
was like,
this?
what?
I'm a nosy person, so
I'm
I'm
a
gonna.
bitch.
What is
I was like, what's
this?
that over
Right.
there?
Like, what is that? Okay,
We did,
okay.
we
So this
did find the
seemed like this is a good
massage tub,
time.
so that was good.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh, the onsen's excellent.
yeah. The onset was excellent. Then it was dinner time.
Hmm.
Oh my God. Dun dun dun. Because I feel like I
So,
needed that right then and there.
Actually,
so we end
not
up
really
finding.
dramatic. It's like
Uh,
nothing was dramatic for that one.
we end up deciding to go to this restaurant with this lovely, lovely lady um, that had amazing food. I got a duck dish, which was like slices of duck, and they served it with like a salad, a soup, something else, and a dessert, like some sort of like dessert. Um, it was like maybe like
Traditional, like,
seven, $8-ish, and then when we got a drink.
yeah.
Okay, so at this point, because I'm gonna ask Larson this. At this point, are you okay with everybody? Are you like, that was a little exhausting, but we're on this trip. Let's keep going with the trip. Like,
Uh,
how are you emotionally?
I did the night before. I went to bed early because I was just kind of drained. I had gotten over it by the morning.
Okay, okay. Now, where were you, Jet? Where were you, Cook? Like, was you like
Oh, I was completely over it.
at this point? Are you like,
I was clocked out.
let me clocked out? We're just gonna finish this trip
We're just gonna finish this trip and I'm gonna vibe the way I can vibe. I'm gonna do what
and
I want to
I'll
do.
sort these things when I get back in the States.
Yeah,
Are we
basically.
there?
Because I
Okay.
was like, sometimes things will happen and I need to let it replay in my mind. So I was like, okay, Larson said he's gonna leave and come back. I said,
Okay.
he's um so I let it replay in my mind. So I was just like, maybe things aren't the way I'm perceiving them.
Right.
Because that can happen a lot, especially when you have bipolar disorder. A lot of the times things happen and you might not perceive it the way it's actually happening.
Yeah.
So a lot of the times I was like, maybe it's this, and I'll revisit it in a week once I can actually think about what actually went down.
Okay.
So that's why I was kind of like, let me just kind of be middle ground,
Middle
enjoy the rest of
ground.
this trip.
So then y'all have dinner. Dinner is pretty cool.
Dinner's pretty cool. We end up finding another karaoke bar that we went to because this is essentially the last day.
Okay. So now when we're at dinner, is it like kind of like you can cut it with a knife, or is it
Kind of for me, kind of, but also I was trying to let things go. So I was trying to kind of like see where things were. Like, oh, let me admit, Larson.
okay?
So
Welcome back, Larson.
welcome back, Larson.
Hello.
So yeah, we're at dinner, and then like for me, like you said, was it like cutting a knife? I would say kind of. Like again, I was at the place where I was like, I want to think about things. I want to let things replay in my mind, so then
Okay.
I can fully digest things and see if I feel differently later.
Okay.
Because it could have been said one way, and in my brain probably digested it another way. Especially because I wasn't taking my Adderall or my Wellbutrin for that entire week, which is why I was trying to like maintain composure, which I probably didn't. Um, but my Adderall and Wellbutrin is on, imperial time. So it was telling me to take it at 10 o'clock at night. You can't take Adderall at night. And we were drinking, so I was like, I'm not gonna mix my meds with alcohol. I would
Yeah,
have to take these in the
you're
morning.
thinking it out. You're thinking it out. Yeah.
So pretty much the entire time I was off my medication, which is why I was like, let me get my medicine back into schedule rethink about the trip and then see how I feel after I've rethought about the trip on medication. Which is why I was
Mm.
like, it could kind of be cut with a knife, but at the same time, I was like, don't think about it.
Right. So you're being immature about it. You're like, okay, look, let me think this out first before I spaz out.
It's like, can I talk about the karaoke? Because I kind of like that place.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh yeah,
We
yeah,
were
please
the
do,
only
please do.
patrons for a good 3 hours.
Yeah, yeah, we were vibing.
So we just kept taking turns and eventually got through the entire K-pop Demon Hunter soundtrack.
Yep. Which he didn't, the guy Dominic didn't even know what it was. And then we ended up going to another bar. It was like a Nintendo bar or something like that.
Oh, right, right, right. There was an orb on the ceiling. The vibes were kind of nice.
And we found some Americans in Australia. A lot of people in Japan were Australian. So I don't know if they ended, I don't know if you end up talking to the people that were there that were just recently celebrating their anniversary or marriage or whatever they were doing.
Oh, I played Smash Brothers with a guy. The
Okay, yeah.
first, the
So
first one. It was an N64.
so we had to find another Australian couple, and then some guy and a random guy, I'm assuming a random guy, came and joined us. He said he was from California, and I was having like a side conversation with them, watching them play Smash, while also like kind of dozing off to sleep at the same time. I was tired. Um, and then we're still having drinks. Uh, vibes are still okay to me, at least. Then I go to the bathroom. I come out and Larson's like, we should leave. Because I was kind of hearing Megan and Dominic having like some sort of conversation, but I wasn't tuning into it 100% because I was so focused on the guys playing Smash
So
Brothers
Dominic really like stuck around.
For a
the
few
entire
days,
fucking
yeah.
time until we left
Wow.
Osaka. The entire time we were in Kyoto, he was there.
Wow. Okay. Okay.
So,
So I said we had to leave because they needed to have their breakup conversation, which is what it seemed to be leading to.
yes.
So why are we having a breakup conversation with somebody we just met? I'm confused.
Mm.
Did you hear any part of the conversation? Because I heard little bits and pieces, but again, I wasn't tuning in.
Like not explicitly, something about how they're very different people and Dominic has different tastes in women, like less immature, something like that.
So then I go to the bathroom. I'm like, this doesn't seem like a conversation that I need to be a part of. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. And I came out, and
Oh,
Larson basically agreed without even having the conversation of agreeing, that it seemed like a conversation we did not need to be a part of. But we
Mm.
basically both heard similar conversations, and the conversation that I kind of heard him say was very similar to the conversation he told me day one Kyoto. So we were like, I don't know, this is awkward. I'm gonna back out.
right. This
It's
We
is
okay, yeah,
awkward.
we're
assumed
not really involved at this point. You
we
can,
Yeah, this guy
assumed
is talking to my friend. This is very awkward.
this is very awkward. We decided to
Yeah.
leave and head back to the hotel. We assumed Megan was coming back to the hotel.
So wait, so he's giving her the breakup because we've been chilling in Japan all this time.
We got to go to Osaka the next day.
We're about to leave you. Don't
Deuces,
think
it was nice
don't think
seeing
this is a
you.
love story. We was just
Peace out.
chilling. That's it. That's all. But
Yeah.
Meg really didn't think so.
I'm really not 100% sure what the conversation was supposed to be about. So I
So that's
can't.
why I kind of say this is gonna be a part two because I really want Meg to come on.
That's why
I
I was
want to like I want to
so.
pick
She's
her
sick
brain.
though. Yeah, she said
she's
she had a
sick.
fever, but I was like, I don't know what it was about, so I couldn't even speak to.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I definitely want to pick her brain about it because what she said about this random guy that she met that
it didn't seem that
basically
she was
said
sad, but
like,
then the questions she was asking did seem that way. But I can't really like. It was just very confusing because why would I still want you even in my face after you're saying I'm immature?
yeah, yeah. This is very interesting.
She didn't talk to me about it after the fact. I have a theory,
Please
and it's
share.
that when you go out of the country, you can kind of reinvent yourself for a little bit, and randomly falling into somebody you really click with, create a whirlwind romance is a very seductive thought to have. So maybe they were both struggling with that a little bit.
No, because he told me straight up he does this in every country that he goes to. Like I said, I didn't hear all the conversation because one, I was dozing off, like
Hmm.
literally like in the middle of the bar, like sleeping. I was so
Oh
tired.
wow. Yeah.
While also trying to watch these guys play Smash. So like I was only picking up on certain words, but the conversation he seemed to be having was the same conversation he had had with me when she went missing. So me and Larson leave. I didn't even have this discussion with Larson, by the way. I went to the bathroom. And then
Yeah.
when I came out, he was like, because I was like, this is not a conversation I need to be a part of. And like he kept
Okay.
like the words I kept hearing was, I think you're a great person. I think you're a fun time, but we just don't seem like we're on similar pages. You don't seem to be like Larson was saying, like he was saying, like you don't really seem mature. You don't really seem like you're all the way there. You don't really seem like you make good choices. But like again, I wasn't 100% there. And then me and Larson must have been on the same brain waves because we were both like, we need to skedaddle. So
Okay.
we did. We skedaddled. We made our way back to the hotel. Larson was like, "It's tired. I'm tired. Like I'm gonna go ahead and pay for this Uber." And I said, "Okay, thank you. I'll buy your drinks the first night we're in Osaka." He's like, "All right,
Mhm.
deal." So we head back to our hotel. And again, at this point, we're thinking Megan's going to come back home because the conversation didn't really seem friendly, or it
Right.
didn't really
Yeah. Because
seem
I
like
mean, it seems like it's a
something,
lot of hostile
it didn't really seem like
hostility.
something I would want to continue. So I was like, okay, she'll probably be back later. They just need to have whatever conversation that they're having. And once
Hmm.
it's done, she'll come back maybe an hour or two. The next morning rolls around. Megan is not here.
Oh, so she's gone again.
She went to his house hotel.
So okay, so let me because for the people that's watching, how far is this hotel? Because
I never went, and I don't know.
we are in a different country. Like what?
I never went to his hotel, and I don't know.
Okay, so so she dips. So how long did she leave for? So she left for the whole night, basically.
Basically, when we left the bar while they were having their breakup conversation, me and Larson left thinking she would be back at the hotel.
Hmm.
And when we woke up the next day, she was not back at the hotel. She was with Dominic for the rest of the night.
Oh wow. Okay. Oh.
Yeah.
So wow, were you guys leaving the next day or was
Yeah, we
it
were heading to Osaka the next day, which is why they had their little breakup fight. Because they weren't going to see each
okay?
other for this. He was staying in Kyoto because he had friends at there too. Mind you, Dominic's on his own trip and he was there with a group of friends. That 3 of the days he did not spend with his own group of friends because he was with us for the three
Oh,
days. Mind you,
okay.
mind you.
Ooh.
So
Okay.
we head to Osaka. We're me and Larson are in the hotel getting things cleaned up, getting things in order, like, putting stuff in bags.
Hmm.
Um and we're getting our stuff together and we decide, okay, let's charge all our devices. Since Megan is still not here, let's just take the time, charge our devices, getting extra rest that we need. We don't have to
Yeah.
check out until 11, and it doesn't really seem like this hotel is extremely picky on that. So let's just, wait here. Megan comes back around like maybe 11. And then we decide, she's like, okay, I just need to take a shower. And she takes a shower and we head to Osaka. On the way to Osaka, she apologizes to the group. She
Oh
goes,
no.
she says, and
Okay.
I wish Larson was in here. Let me see if he can get back because I want to get his opinion on her apology.
Cause okay, because I feel like yeah, you apologize to the group, but I think I probably would have took you to the side and apologized to you.
So I agree with you. I thought it should have been a private conversation. I thought it should have been an actual apology. And I would have loved to have that. I would have loved to seen that because I would have also had apologized because I wasn't like I was gonna apologize for pushing her onto Dominic as much because
Hmm.
maybe because like I was like maybe because when I was thinking about it I was like maybe I shouldn't have pushed so hard for her to hook up with this guy. Maybe I should have just let him disappear into the crowd when she didn't notice him, right? And I was gonna apologize for like yelling at her or getting upset about the platforms.
Okay, yeah.
And then I was gonna tell her something like, I've been trying to talk to you the whole trip, but it has also been seeming like you've been keeping your distance from me just as much as I've been keeping my distance from you. It definitely felt mutual to me, and I would love to ask Larson what he thinks about that part, but it definitely felt like she was also keeping an arm's length. So
Okay.
then on the way to Osaka, she was like, "Oh, I'm sorry about my behavior and any boundaries I may have crossed."
Welcome back, Larson. Signal connection was
Again.
crazy.
Eh,
But I
So,
do
last
have
of
a question
Spectrum.
for you, Larson. So she was informing me that she actually apologized. How did you feel about her apology?
I mean, she definitely admitted fault.
Okay. Okay.
did you feel so my question for Larson was when we were in Kyoto after the whole bar incident, did you feel like there was like a drift between the group at all?
I mean, Megan definitely separated out a bit from the original three.
Like when we were like eating
Mm,
dinner together, like let's take the restaurant we went to when I had the duck. I don't really know what Larson had. What did you end up having at that restaurant anyway?
I think it was salmon.
Did you
Oh.
feel like there was like a dynamical drift when we were all four together or just separate, like when we were specifically separate?
Mm, I mean, the dynamic changed. I don't know if it drifted that much, though.
Yeah, but you felt like the energy was very different.
Yeah, well, there's another person for one.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Now I do have a question. Larson, are you okay with coming back?
To Japan or to the
No, no, no. Coming
podcast?
back to the pod. Yeah.
Yes and yes. It's like yes and
Yes,
yes.
yes.
Preferably
Okay, cool,
both.
cool,
Both.
cool, cool. Okay, because I really want to get Meg's perspective. It's like it's a lot of talking about her. So I want to get her perspective. I want
Yeah,
to get
because I was like,
where's her
dang,
mind.
this really doesn't work without another, like the third person there because it's a three-person trip
Yeah.
Yeah,
and we were all
so
intermingled on the trip equally.
yeah, so I wanted to kind of like put a pin in it now. In conclusion, I would like to say,
There was a
do
lot going
you
on.
do you
Mm.
guys feel, and I'm gonna ask Larson this first,
Ooh.
do you feel that taking a trip with this person is stressful, or do you feel like this was just
Now this would be a
a
good
fluke?
this is a good question to ask Larson because he did also go to New York with Megan.
Hmm.
Because
Okay.
so mind you, I've only ever been to cons with Megan, and
Mhm.
half the time it's a big crowd, so we probably don't even interact.
Right. Okay.
So that is a good question.
I'm gonna say broadly not, but stress definitely happened on this trip. She doesn't normally like disappear like with none of her stuff and clothes. That was a little
Okay.
scary, but that was the only thing that really like bothered me.
Okay. 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 So, how do you guys so take Meg out the situation? How do you guys feel about going on trips with friends? Honestly, is it something that you will like? Is it automatically like I have to do it with a friend, or do some situations kind of make you be like, "Hey, I want to do a trip solo"?
I think I'm split 50-50. This is definitely different than a con where like there is so much going on and it is confined to like a hotel of sorts and like you've got your own different groups and then everyone's doing their own different thing. Um, it is definitely a different experience for me because like it's a different country. I definitely split. I would definitely do it again just to see if I even had the same experience or even felt the same way, like maybe do it with different friend group or maybe even the same friend group. Um, just to see if it is like a friend dynamic thing, because I would say probably no. I would definitely probably do it again. But I honestly don't know because I don't have that much experience with it.
Okay. Okay.
I could imagine myself enjoying Japan on my own, I definitely enjoy it more with more people.
Okay. Because I've seen a plethora of people like what? I mean, a couple years ago, the girl went into Miami and she got killed and she thought she was with friends. Um, so
Mm.
yeah, and the friends got her there in the hotel and they basically like I think was that Mexico or was that Miami? I think it was Mexico. And they
Mm.
got there and they beat her up in the
Oh, I know
house
what
and
you're talking
recorded it.
about. Yeah, I know what you're
Yeah,
talking
and
about.
so that has made me really apprehensive of going on trips with people
So here's what
if
I
I
would
haven't been knowing
say.
them for years.
Yeah, I was gonna say, here's what I would say. I've known Larson a long time. I've known him probably just as long as I've known like Eve and my friend Taylor. Well, Taylor's the longest, but like Eve and like people like that. I have not known Megan as long. I've
Okay.
only known Megan maybe 5 years, maybe seven,
So this
but
is
I
like a
want to
new
say
experience.
closer to 5. I knew her. I'm trying to figure out if I knew her before I moved to Jacksonville the first time. And I want to say I did not know Megan the first time I lived in Jacksonville, but I'm not 100% sure.
Okay, so this is a new experience for her.
Yeah, for me, I haven't known Megan extremely that long. I want to say I met her maybe 2021, maybe 2019-ish. So I haven't known her as long as I've known Larson. And this is the first time I've been on a trip with her. I've seen her, like I said, like I told you earlier, like I've seen her drunk, but I've never seen her like drunk. And I don't like, and again, when we do go to cons, it's such a big group that we don't really interact. And I've probably only been to a con with Megan specifically, probably only once, but I've been with
Mhm.
cons with like Larson a bunch of times. So I never, so like the drunk side of Megan is a side that I don't know that well.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, okay. All right. Well, traveling with friends.
I
And
would do it
it
again.
could be
Mhm.
yeah, okay.
Because so like my point was like I specifically was like I would only travel with people that I've known for a long time. Like I
Okay.
don't think if I met anyone that I knew here in Jacksonville, I've only been here 2 years. I don't think I would travel with any of them.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
But like my friend Taylor, who I've known since I was like 11, or
Hmm.
Eve and like other people that I've known for a really long time, I would definitely travel with them. But there's also like acquaintances that I don't think I would travel with. Like we have a mutual friend like Dave who hosts karaoke. I would
Oh,
probably
mhm.
travel with him and not think about it, but if I like consciously thought about it, probably not. Uh or like Liam, probably not.
No.
Yeah, because you just
Um,
you just don't really know people.
yeah, like there are just certain people in our friend group who I do know, but I don't know, and I've known them for a long time, but I just don't know them well enough if they were to get drunk.
Okay.
That's
Well,
what I'm basing mine off of. I mean, like,
yeah,
who's
because
more likely to like,
mm,
still be in a vibe? You know what I
yeah, you
mean?
gotta because you have to be comfortable around somebody to kind of let your hair down. Like
So like at the beginning of the trip, when it was like Larson, Megan, me, and technically James, because he was technically a part of the original group, I was like, okay, these are all people who I've been around drunk, and they're all still fun people when they're drunk and sober. This is going to be a fun trip.
hmm. Okay.
And by and
Okay.
large,
Well,
it was.
I
And
mean,
I will
and it
say, and I
seemed
will
and it
agree,
seemed
in
like it
large it
was in a
was.
way.
Yeah,
Oh,
in large it was outside of the one day in Kyoto, and like, and again for me, like there was like definitely like a drift change in energy, like Larson was talking about after, and it only was during in Kyoto, and then Megan did apologize and like take ownership of like crossing boundaries. I didn't necessarily accept that apology. Larson did,
oh.
but that was for my own reasons. I didn't feel like it was sincere. It just kind of felt like it was a toss to the rug. Like, oh, sorry, I threw out your shoe the other day. Sorry, I tossed your socks kind of apology. It didn't really feel sincere to me. So I just kind of was like, I don't even think I responded. I can't even be sure. I think Larson was like, we were all going through a lot, new country, we were all drunk, it's fine. Bygones be bygones. I don't really think I ever responded. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think I said anything. I think I just moved on.
Okay. 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 Well, I'm gonna stick a pin in that. Arson for taking out your time to doing this interview. This has been very eye-opening. Miss Cookie, it's a lot going on with you, girl.
I'm
That
causing
thing right over the man who
drama.
drank out the
I'm
drink.
causing drama. No, I'm just kidding.
The drink of the stranger on the street. I just can't get over that.
Truly,
I
listen.
can't get over it.
I
Megan drank it
mean, that was
first.
a collective response. Kind of. So
Megan
kind of.
drank it first.
I'm a little a germaphobe, so I would have been like, ew, no. Like,
You
so
know what? And I
technically,
blame Con Life. I blame Con Life for being like, drink this thing and be like, okay.
yeah, no.
You can't
And
be
not
No.
even
scared of the
thinking
con
about
crud.
who.
So now I know it cons. No, I don't drink shit.
Not unless you make it. And also, I blame Garrett. I might tag Garrett in this too. I blame Garrett because Garrett throws wild parties and people will just hand you shit and then you just like, okay.
Wow, Russian roulette. Okay. All right.
Oh
Well,
man.
thank you for coming in. This is Mouthfuls and Mic
A
Drop.
long episode.
Very long
Please
episode.
be gracious with me. The original clip by itself with just my edits, because I haven't even stolen the pictures yet, but just my edits is already 3.5 hours, and I still have to steal Larson's pictures and videos and Megan's pictures and videos. 4 parts. I'm gonna make it to where it makes sense.
Hmm.
So if they can be like 40 minutes or 30 minutes, whatever the case may be, and maybe there's 10 episodes, whatever makes sense is what I'm going to do.
Okay.
But yeah, so just give me time. This episode probably honestly won't drop until
March.
maybe mid-March or even
March.
even like late April. I do have a week off in March. So I could like my spring break, so I could possibly get it done there, and then you might be able to see the first half of it being clipped
Mhm.
within the week
Well,
of the
we'll put
16th.
out clips before the episode even come out.
And we're still
Um,
recording. We just did an episode which I'm actually editing and dropping on the 14th, but you guys won't know that until whenever I drop this video. so so yeah. So
okay. So Larson, do you have any socials that you want to tell people like about or
Nah, I don't really
uh,
do
okay,
the
okay.
whole reach out thing online.
Okay.
Not
Cool
really.
beans. Well, it was nice to meet you, Larson.
You too.
We will reach out and see like what day. This is my birthday weekend, so I will not be available. Um, but this was eye-opening, very refreshing. And talk about like friendships and traveling and what actually goes wrong, and does this friendship last when they
drinking.
come back?
I can tell
And
you
we
what
won't know
wrong.
that.
Tequila.
We won't. Did the friendship last
We left out the
when they came
tequila
back in the
ring.
United States? We won't know that until the next episode.
Mm.
Bye, guys.
That's it.
Sticky feet.
Bye.
Bye.